Hello all. Today our topic is Angular routing. So Angular routing is very simple and very important topic in Angular. So we know that Angular is a single page application, right? So this is the main feature why we have called that Angular is a single page application. So by using the routing we can manage the pages within the single application. So what is the routing? First of all, so routing is a nothing but a kind of a navigation from one path to another path. Here the path is this URL. So this URL which in the browser is called the path. So routing in this nothing but when you are going to try to navigate from one page to another page, we can see the status in this URL, right? That is the benefits of the routing in Angular. So Angular, without the routing what is happening and with the routing what is happening in Angular. So first of all, what is the benefits is here we can activate the component or child components by routing. Means suppose in case there is a one component, okay, there is a one, let's say there is a one component there, let's say that is a customer component. Okay, this customer component I wanted to give this customer component to a user which contains the a user which contains the name of like ABC. Yeah, I just wanted to give I wanted to give this component access to ABC user. Okay, not another user like something XYZ user. So I just wanted to give the access this component to ABC user, not XYZ. So this kind of situation I can manage by using the routing. There is a one feature can activate interface. By using on that I can give the access to, so which which user I wanted to give, that user I can give. So the same way there is some situation like there is a situation like you are having the one form. So in the form you fill all the details in the form, but you unfortunately you forget to save on that. So without save you just redirect it to another screen, another page. So that situation you want the situation so user need to expect some kind of alert message like this changes is not happened, do you want to allow to save, kind of the message user is expecting. So that kind of message also you can do by using deactivate. Here once the user is leaving this component to another component, when the user is leaving this component, let's say this is the A component, so user is expecting this A component to here user is navigating from A to B. Here user is unfortunately he forgotten to save the data, so he is trying to access from A to, he is trying to navigate from A to B page. So that time you wanted to see the alert message. User need to expect some kind of alert message. So that situation you can do by using the deactivate interface. So and moreover by using the router, user can get the parameters let's say that this is a customer screen. Okay, so customer screen and there is a one kind of orders screen, two screens are there. So when you are loading the orders screen, or when you are trying to load the orders screen, you need to expect some customer ID. Okay, that customer ID, based on the customer ID you wanted to load the orders in the orders screen. So this customer ID you are expecting that into the URL. So for that situation also I can send the customer ID through URL. So based on that URL, so by using the params related URL, whatever is the customer ID, in case it's available in URL here, so user easily can subscribe that param and he can utilize that param into his page, the orders page, then he can proceed his work. So that kind of information, that kind of work also we can do by using router. And the next thing is application reload. I mean, say by default, when user is trying to navigate from one screen to another page, if you see this icon, this reload this icon automatic, I mean, so if you observe that, it's always reloads the page. I mean, here I don't want like that, means reloads the page or reloads the application also. So I don't want like that. Without the reload page, without reload of my application, I just wanted to navigate from one screen to another screen. So that is also possible by the router. I mean, that is also possible by routing. So easily manage unwanted easily manage unwanted and wanted URLs, means here when the user is trying to access unwanted URL, I mean, here in my application I am having the 20 pages. Okay, among the 20 pages I don't have like this kind of information. Okay, so this kind of path I don't have. So this kind of this is unwanted URL. So this kind of path, so I wanted to say that to the user, whatever you are you are trying to navigate this path, this component is not available in our application. This kind of information you wanted to give, the kind of information or alert message you wanted to give that user. So that kind of work you can easily manage by using routing. So wanted URLs also. So suppose you are having the customers screen. So customers, this is the valid URL in our application. So this valid URL application, this is valid URL for your application. So this kind of things also you can easily manage by using routing. So, and moreover, whenever your component is loading, so before this components loads, you wanted to get the static data or dynamic data from the router. I mean, from the router, in the sense here, from the router you wanted to get the data. I mean, here whenever my router is getting loaded, so at the same time I wanted to get some static data or dynamic data. I am expecting the static data or dynamic data from this router. So from this routing concept, so that situation also I can easily manage by routing. Okay, so static data, dynamic data, in the sense, suppose there is a one kind of message is like contact us, okay, or updates of about company. So updates of about the company is expecting updates of the company, in the sense, for example, updates of the company in the sense company related updates. So those kind of updates I wanted to print in the component before the component is reloads. I wanted to expect that data while the router is getting loaded. So these kind of activities also you can easily manage. I wanted to get the static data. Suppose in case you want error kind of message, suppose error page, suppose in case whenever error is occurred while you are doing the work. Okay, so error message you wanted to show, error is here, it's a kind of a static message, right? So I wanted to show this kind of static message. So I am expecting this static message from the service. So I will see all these details in the next lecture. So this is a kind of a benefits I am trying to explain. So this is the routing. So routing is very simple concept and very important concept in the Angular. Thank you so much for watching this video.